Amanda, how do you heal a lifetime of loneliness? What sage do I need to have? What essential oil? What tarot card do I need to shove up my butt? What level of crystals do I need to put on my body? Should I just lay here and cover myself with crystals? Do I need, to buy a Buddha statue and just jump on it and just die? How do I heal from a lifetime of utter, brutal, actual loneliness, which is so common in today's world and so common in today's society? And we can point the blame at society. We can get mad. We can get bitter about it. Hey, I've been lonely all my life. Things shouldn't be this way. And yeah, they shouldn't. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're always going to be this way. But in order to heal, you must recognize the trauma that you've been through, because without awareness of that, there is no healing. And Amanda, what exactly do you mean by the trauma that I've been through? Signal card coming through in the upright. What exactly are you pointing to? Is there perhaps maybe a trailhead in which some behavior or some negative thought process can lead me to find another part of myself that I didn't even know about or that I didn't even get to know? A lot of us, especially during the ages 17 to I think 22, those are the ages in which you choose isolation versus intimacy. This was actually in my psych textbook, basically just talking about how during those times, depending upon your childhood, if from 17 to 18, you notice that you experienced isolation as opposed to intimacy, like your other peer groups, not only does this in a way set you behind, but in a way it points to how when you got here, your emotional needs were not being met. With the catalyst card coming through, I am just trying to point to the trauma that you've been experiencing. Loneliness is not something that just happens for no reason. It's not like you trip and fall one day and you're automatically lonely. A lot of us have a sequence of events of trauma that lead up to this sort of intimacy versus isolation turning point. A lot of times loneliness can feel like climbing a mountain in which you never get to see the top. So even if you're close to getting to the top because you've been climbing for so long, you might just be ready to give up. But just because you chose a state of isolation because of your upbringing and because of your trauma does not mean you're not normal. It does not mean your life can never be normal. And it does not mean that you won't heal from your loneliness. This is about finding balance with the Libra and balance card coming through. This is about finding balance within your sense of self, because a lot of times we experience parts of ourselves that actually experience a polarization from each other, in which we feel like we're in an internal world within our own head. We don't even realize that some of us might just need a hug. It's as simple as that. So let's take the shame out of your loneliness. Let's take the guilt and the regret out of your loneliness and just look at what you might be needing to benefit from right now, and that just being a simple hug. You are not alone for needing a simple hug. And if you've gone through this time period of isolation and of loneliness, and now you feel as though your mind is all warped because you have all these attachment wounds in this type of thing, you must understand that a lot of the beliefs that you have about yourself, I believe I can't get a girlfriend, I believe that I'm unlovable, I believe that love doesn't exist. These beliefs are not held in truth, but they're held in trauma. I'm talking truth versus trauma with a capital T. Which one of your beliefs are held in either? Because a lot of us mistake our beliefs for being held in truth, when the reality is they're held in trauma. With the change card coming through, this is reminding you that although your experiences have not been easy when it comes to this type of work, and although there's a lot of fear and a lot of fearful parts that feel as though it's over and it's never going to get better, together. I promise you, you can become a master of your own psychology with the courage card coming through in the upright. You're about to embark on a strength card coming through. You're about to embark on such a journey. Look at that Colosseum in the back. Look at that. You are literally, I love the gladiator. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. You are literally going to embark on such a beautiful journey with yourself in which you can never even imagine that was possible before. But a lot of times we have this shame and we have this regret from the ways in which we've been distracted, from the ways in which we use content, or we use smoking, or we use P0RN to distract ourselves from our pain. But you must realize that those distractions are survival mechanisms, and there's nothing wrong for engaging in that. You're not any less of a man, you're not any less of a person, you're not any less of a human being. But right now you have to realize that you're gonna be in a state of healing, and this is not easy. What you've been through is not easy. The patience card coming through in the upright, this is reminding you that healing is going to take time, and it's going to come in cycles and circles. Much like life has this cyclical kind of nature to it, with the fact that we're all born and we die, weddings versus funerals. There's this coming together and breaking apart, and this need to realize that nothing lasts forever. It's within the nature of life for things to change. So if you have been alone for a long time and you just feel like it's over because nothing's changed, I encourage you to take into account the nature in which the universe operates. With the acclaim card coming through in the upright, you are likely to seek abundance, and you are likely to break out of the cycles that you are in. It's a part of life, but there's such severe trauma that you're going through right now that it could be hard to see that. It's not easy to just master this overnight, but I promise you things are going to get better. But the first step is dropping the shame and the shield that you may have from being alone and finding the balance within your parts again. And I will see you guys in a later YouTube video.